I know this probably will not be seen. Once again, I'm saying that. Reason being, a lot of my videos are being shadow banned, and my computer is also hacked by very seriously dangerous people who are involved in 6 years crimes against me through using Stingray and Pegasus on me to hack my computer. I am Christopher Wood. I am 53 years old, and I am a 6 year revenge retaliation victim of Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. Very serious criminal doctors, organized trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, tortures, identity thefts, frauds, murders, medical blacklisting, and cover ups. 6 years revenge retaliation for speaking of O.p.p. crimes. I have been seriously brain injured, brain split, skull split. Fuck. Body mutilations, kidnapped, sex assault, false arrested, arrest refusals, extortion, kidnapped, had blood and piss forced, had illegal prisoner tracking put into me, no criminal record or history. I spoke O.p.p. crimes and I became a victim. Ontario Provincial Police, who are guilty of first degree murder and attempted murder, having my mother stalked, tortured, and killed, a 77-year-old woman, and two of my dogs. Ontario Provincial Police, ex Chief or Commander, year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler, had me shot on the corner of Bridge and Center Street in Napanee, Ontario. August 6, 2019, it happened. Staff Sergeant, years 2019, 2021. Kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss. Constable Ward, Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Hafner. Spencer Mills, 14716, and drug cop Robert Kane, 7224. Fuck. I'm getting a lot of burning and itching in my head. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors who are criminally negligent involved in co-committing and covering up crimes for O.p.p., including having me falsely charged twice to prevent anything legal on them, arrest and charging for the crimes they are guilty of, having me charged twice, once in an attempt to give me a record I did not previously had, also to turn everything around to back onto me for the crimes they're guilty of. File falsification for treatment refusals, discrimination, and blacklisting to prevent me help and proof, assuring I cannot get any medical help or find out what was shot into me. The ones that are guilty of cover-ups with criminal negligence and intent: Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Margie V, she goes by Dr. Margie V, aka Tatiana Vukadinovic, girlfriend to Stacy, Kingston AMHS, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO Covey Duck, and patient relations. Homosexual sex offenders, drug traffickers guilty of rapes, my identity theft, financial thefts and frauds from me, bank frauds from me, torture crimes against me for 6 years, body mutilations, sex assaults, full physical identity theft, complete total skull deforming with 100% proof. Those that are guilty of torturing and stalking and killing my mother, those that are guilty of stalking or torturing my dogs and killing them as well for O.p.p., for free drugs, drop charges, immunity. Each and every one of them are drug addicts, drug traffickers for the police, registered sex offenders as well. And this is why they're working with the four of the cops, and two of them are my cousins. Blair Hardy Kane, O.p.p. supervisor. He is a rapist. He's guilty of stalking, torturing, and killing my mother December 20th, 2020 for Spencer Mills and Stacy, a mental health worker. He goes by Blair Hardy. His name is Blair Kane, O.p.p. supervisor. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of rapes. Burt Buttplug Hustler is guilty of first degree premeditated attempted murder with intent to commit. Used to date my wife after we separated. He's a homosexual, child sex offender. He likes finger fucking teenage boys. For O.p.p., he is a crackhead, meth head, a morphine head. He is a schizophrenic. He is in a permanent meth psychosis. Believes that he played hockey in the NHL. He is a slave trafficker, guilty of torture crimes on me, and guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. He actually believes he owns me. And there's another picture of the homosexual. Child groomer, approximately 55 years old, guilty of killing my dog, but approximately 55 years old. His last girlfriend was 12 or 13 years old. He is a child groomer, kills, tortures, and kills dogs, stalking, torture crimes, and attempted murder. Raymond Bubbles LeBlanc lives by Tim Hortons behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria. My cousin Harry Hartwick, guilty of first degree attempted murder on me, brain injuring me as well. Jason Van Alstyne, guilty of first degree murder and attempted murder with the intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance fraud. Sells laced fentanyl between Napanee and Kingston. For one Robert Kane, 7224 O.p.p. drug cop. He's guilty of identity theft with the intent to commit homicide for disability and insurance fraud against me. Stroke victim, but still very seriously dangerous. Now bald glasses, sometimes a goatee, approximately 65 years old, Stephen Maven, which is a wanted escapee, being harbored by O.p.p, has other alias names. Bill Wooldridge, Bill Coldridge, Bill Delarosable, Stephen Maven, James Bubbles, Robert Cross, guilty of torturing and stalking, killing my mother, thinks that he and I were switched at birth, thinks that he is my dad, and was calling my mother mom. He's very seriously fucking sick in the head, and he cannot be arrested, and I can prove my words. And my computer is being hacked by this fuck. Jason Van Alstyne again. Fuck. Tyler Lake. Here's a picture of me only 3 or 4 months ago. This is how much identity changes I've been through. 6 fucking years ago and through this, there is also a Tony Hearns, Dale Hartwick, Robert Barry, a Chris Brandt, Travis Brandt, who was a reserve cop in Tyendinaga, and there is a guy from Kingston, Ontario, who is involved on that end, who is an ex-Bath prisoner involved with stalking and child sex crimes, involved with child pornography and pedophilia. He's a pedophile and involved with child porn. He has an internet ban, not allowed to be online, and he goes on TikTok as Jimmy Fry. He hacked and cloned my phone to get online actually through my Google account. These are all O.p.p. human traffickers, sex slave traffickers, and each and every one of them are guilty of murders and attempted murders, and nothing can be done about it. They have too many to protect their asses. I have no feeling left in my fucking head. I am completely and totally numb. This is finished. So, you are guilty of ending a bloodline for homosexual lowlives. I hope you're happy. Ontario Provincial Police. One way or another, you are going to face murder charges, and yes, I can prove my words 100%. You're lucky I cannot go to a hospital and get medical help within Ontario now. You completely and totally fucked me and assured that I that everybody gets away with this. So you are very seriously sick. You are very seriously sadistic. You are certainly very dangerous. You have no care or concern for life, and neither do your doctors at your private hospital. It's publicly paid for, but it is Ontario Provincial Police privately run. And once again, yes, I can 100% prove my words by saying all of this. And this has nothing to do with hate. This has to do with I know for a fact, and these pieces of shit do not have to prove nothing. And I think it's about time they publicly answer and in a courtroom answer for what they are guilty of. And then comes the lawsuits or the criminal and civil lawsuits for 150 million to 200 million dollars against Lennox and Edmonton, Ontario Provincial Police. $200 million lawsuit against Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, whether I get it or not. $200 million lawsuit against AMHS and Daily Tea Company in Napanee, Ontario. I am also going to sue the Justice of the Peace for a maximum amount that I could get from her for at least $200,000. I am going to sue Travis Bratt, Tyanega Reserve Cop, for at least $200,000 for the crimes he is guilty of for and with his brother Christopher Brandt. And I am going to sue each and every O.p.p. cop for a minimum of $200,000. It's just a matter of finding where the low lives have transferred to. I don't care how much time you bought and how much you transferred to try to avoid the arresting and charging, but you're going to answer for what you've done. Enough is enough. I am being completely and totally changed. I am being totally and completely injured. And my medical rights, my legal rights, my human rights have been taken from me, and I can't do a fucking thing about it because it's Ontario Provincial Police. When you commit your murders, you assure them. Public beware, families are murdered and missing. It is Ontario Provincial Police involved with these crimes. And a reserve cop, once again, Travis Brandt and his brother Christopher Brandt. They are the ones involved on the reserve end of the O.p.p. sex slavery trafficking. He is also guilty of stalking and, oh, hey, Leslie, and drugging me through crack cocaine as a matter of, through crack cocaine 2 weeks ago, and then proceeded to introduce himself as me and told me that he was collecting disability. How are you, Leslie? Good to see you. Wow. I've been wondering how you've been. So, what's new with you? Any news, or still the same thing? You going through a lot of shit too, still. That's good. And I'm even starting to get fucking red hair now. I don't know if you've been seeing any of my last videos the last little while, but there's been definite more changes done to me in certain videos where a lot of stuff's been happening to me too. I'm glad you're making progress, and I hope everything works out for you 100%. That is awesome. Good to hear it. Very good to hear that. Only with me, I'm not making any progress. Things are getting worse with me. It's to the point where I have absolutely no feeling. It's gotten worse with me. I done a video earlier. I am getting so much burning in my head that I'm getting red spots and bleeding in the back of my head all the time, and I am getting obvious fluid coming from my head as well. But I have a whole bunch of red spots all over my friggin' body or on the back of my head where I have been getting burnt and hit with what feels like lasers. And then my head swells up and I'm starting to get fluid going through it, more piss and shit going through my head and my face. Thank you. I appreciate that. You 100%. It's 24/7, actually. I'm to the point where I barely even sleep anymore. As soon as I lay down and I get a couple hours sleep or whatever, usually after 3 o'clock, because at 2 o'clock in the morning, the cops that are involved, they deliver the drugs to these low lives, and once they get on their fucking drugs, they hook up to the R&M and they start getting on to me. And then you usually about 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, I will end up getting woke up, and that will be the end of my sleep. And then the rest of the day, I'll start getting fucked with, where my head is swell up, and a lot of my lung problems are getting worse. I'm having more problems walking and talking. I'm having more problems remembering stuff, simple things. Yes, he is watching over everybody. And the drug usage is insane. Oh, excuse me. I've actually seen a couple of your videos too, so I've been checking stuff out as well. I've been keeping up on with what you've been going through and doing as well. Just to let you know that I haven't forgot about you either. Best water going. I was out last night. My cousin, he came. He stopped by and wanted to know if I wanted to come up to his place for a little while. So I said, yeah, sure. So I go up to my cousin's place and it's fine. We were sitting outside. He asked me if I wanted a beer. Fine. I don't drink that much. It was just one and I could barely get it down me as it was. But anyway, we were sitting there and one of the people that are involved with this reserve cop, he realized where I was. He proceeded approximately every 5 to 10 minutes to go around the block. He would go around the block because we were sitting out front. He would drive by and he would slowly start to watch us and stare. And he kept doing that the whole time I was there. I left to walk home, and this piece of shit drove by me 6 times. He would circle around me, and then he would drive back and forth, and then circle around me again, slow right down while I was walking, stare at me big time, and then book off, and then turn around and do the same fucking thing. He done it about 6 times while I was walking home last night. Like, what the fuck? And he's a reserve cop, so he's involved with the human trafficking and the sex slavery trafficking, along with his brother, who actually lives on the same property that I do. Yes, they're all cops, but yes, I didn't have my phone with me to get a picture of it, but I did do a video to let everybody know about it. It happened last night about between 7:30 and 7:45 last night. So yeah, when people are disappearing off reserves, it's a reserve cop also involved with these kind of dirty fucking crimes. Him and his brother. Yeah, that's bad. Of all the people, I am getting serious burning and itching. It feels like something is inside the back of my head, and it feels like it's moving. And I'm getting serious burning and itching like a son of a bitch. And here in the side of my head, it's swelled right up to the point where it's starting to go around my glasses. Because I'm getting so much swelling in here, up in my temple area, and this whole back part of my head right in here. I'm getting a lot of air and serious, serious burning even right now. Yeah, he is a reserve cop for Tyandanega Reserve, and his name is actually Travis Brandt, who is involved in this. So yes, I am 100% giving his name as being involved with this crime and these kind of crimes. Travis Brandt and his brother Christopher, who has a long history actually of stalking and very serious, dangerous crimes as well. So things here have been actually getting worse with me by the fucking day. Excuse my language, but I feel my consciousness slipping away. My memories are slipping away. My identity is being stolen from me. My mother was her life was taken. She was stolen from me. My dog's lives were taken. They were stolen from me. I am having money stolen from me from my bank accounts from these low lives. And I am having my life stolen so they can commit disability fraud to collect extra money for more fucking drugs. And that's what this is about. Also, this is a way to frame victims. One of the people involved is a stroke victim. How too convenient. I end up looking like him. He is a crackhead and the one that sells laced fentanyl for the cops. He is a stroke victim. How too convenient. I look like him. He ends up, or I end up, dying, having a stroke or something. I get labeled as this piece of shit. As he goes on with me, it sounds like a fucked up thing right out of a movie, but 100% true and very provable if any of these lowlives could be arrested. Regardless of how this may sound, 100% truth. They just don't have to prove nothing. That's the problem. They do not have to prove nothing because they work with them for the freaking cops. I want to try to quit cursing as much as possible. I want this to be a respectable channel. I want this to be taken serious, and I want everything to be respectable as possible. So I do 100% apologize about my cursing. I'm just very seriously in a lot of pain, and I'm very seriously frustrated to the fact that this is happening, and there is nothing that I can do about it. And I am worried and wondering just how many others it's been done to that has not had the chance to publicly say anything or get it out about being tortured, kidnapped, sex assaulted by police officers, and a lot more. I don't hate them. That no, I hate them. I hate what is happening. I hate what they're doing. I hate the crimes that they are committing and everything. But as far as hate them personally, no, I don't hate. Regardless, I don't hate. I hate things. I hate situations. But as far as people, no, I don't hate. And my enemies, they're only my enemy because they choose to be. I am not their enemy, they are mine. So I truly understand that. At one point in time, I did have it in me, yes, but I don't now. To hate is to hate really is to murder within your heart and your mind against another. So that's just as bad as actually putting a knife through a person or pulling a trigger on a gun and taking their life that way. One is just as bad as the other. I hate that's yes. I hate what is happening. I hate situations. I hate stuff like that. But as far as people go, no. Situations and everything else, yes. I hate that people are being suffered. I hate that people are suffering. I hate that people are starving. I hate that people are being tortured. I hate that people are being killed. Those are the things that I hate. I hate pedophiles, sex offenders. I hate people that hurt children. That in those situations, that's definitely for hate. I hate thieves. I hate pedophiles. I hate killers. They're all the same. They're stealing something. One's stealing lives, one's stealing innocence, and one is stealing possessions. So one is no different than the other. I haven't actually seen any um, verses lately from you. That's actually kind of wondering why I was wondering. So, yes, I was thinking about you today, wondering why I haven't seen any verses. I got used to seeing them, and I do enjoy them and appreciate them very much. Oh, you've been studying. Awesome. The Bible or just studying whatever in general? A little bit of everything. That's good to hear. I love it when I hear and know people of faith. Yeah, that was a thing going on with me too, and I never really liked it. It was never my words, but when I did have my long hair, in certain pictures, I looked exactly 100% like a certain person. And I even used to get called it, and I didn't really like it, but I used to be called it as well. Yeah, good painkillers is. I wish right now I wasn't on just my laptop and I had an actual way to turn around and show the back of my head so you could see exactly what's going on with me right now. So is it hot where you are? You're in California, right? It's warm here. It's like 86 too. Well, 30 degrees, which is 86. So yeah, it's fairly warm here too. I was actually funny story. I was sitting totally off topic and subject, but I was sitting here the other day and actually checking out videos on YouTube. And next thing you know, I had my door open to where I'm living. I look down, I look over, and a great big rat, probably about this big. It wasn't great big, but it was a rat about this big with a tail that was twice as long as the body. It came strutting through my door like it owned the damn place. I looked down, I stomped my foot and it bolted out the door. I don't know why I just thought of that to tell it, but I'm just trying to distract myself. Wow, 117. Holy shit. Whew. I got my cousin's car today and it was so hot that it was wow. I thought I was going to pass out, and that was just within a minute and a half. And no wonder they say don't leave animals in vehicles. Like, wow. Yeah, there's actually quite a few of the little buggers around here, but I'm in the country too, so that's to be expected. Keeping the squirrels fed, are you? That's good. Yeah, pretty much like a kiln. That's how the damn car was. Here's a picture of me, April 23rd, done, and this is August. So quite a bit of difference between August or between April and August now within me even. Prairie dogs, yeah. Got them here too. That and muskrats got oh shit. They're a little vicious animal. They start with an F. The name starts with an F, and I can't think of the name of it. But they're vicious little buggers. They'll rip the shit out of you real quick. That's right. See, it's sad that I know who each and every one of these pieces of shit are. I have associated with them at one point in time through the mission in Napanee when I used to go there many years ago, plus knowing them from being troublemakers and shit like that around Napanee. So I am very well aware 100% of everybody involved in crimes against me. It's just because I am saying that they are involved in crimes on me and they are in Napanee, Ontario, and I am not. And so therefore I realize it kind of makes me sound crazy. How can they be doing anything to me if we're both in two different cities? Well, very 100% provable how it's being done. That's the fucked up part. But yes, very 100% provable. Even to the point where, regardless of distance, I can prove I have hair samples from one person involved. So I can 100% the fucking even prove the person's DNA as far as that goes as well. And this is the guy right here. I have hair samples. So I could prove he is guilty of crimes on me 100% from him. All it would take is a little DNA check. Oh, why the hell would I have hair that belongs to this low life? if he was not involved in shit that has been taking place with me. I have no reason to have his fucking hair. That would just be kind of way too sick. I don't watch TV. I don't, well, I have a TV, but I don't watch it. I don't have cable. I don't have satellite. I don't have none of that crap. If I have my TV, it's when it's because I have a Chromecast and I have my laptop hooked up to the TV to broadcast it that way when I'm watching YouTube videos, which I like to watch a lot of cooking shows and barbecue shows and bushcraft and fishing and all that sort of stuff. That's what I try to watch the most to keep my mind occupied and myself occupied to keep busy with, so I'm not constantly all day long just focusing on what is taking place with me. Here's a video of me. I had to actually shave my head because of my skull being deformed so damn much just to prove that it was happening, only to be called a damn hallucinating lying retard. I hate that word, but it was called to me by actual fucking doctors. 100% there is. Like, I don't know why and how I became the object of so many homosexuals and cops, including cops, man hating doctors, very serious criminal justice of the peace, mental health workers, and I had no association with any of them. None. No criminal record. I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years. I had nothing to do with any shrinks or any psych wards or anything like that in my life. So, and it's not about if a person has issues, it's not about getting help or whatever. If I would have had actual those kind of issues, I would have gotten help long ago. So it has absolutely nothing to do with that. I have proven 100% it's a crime and it has absolutely nothing to do with any mental thing, quote unquote. Kind of funny how I am starting to look a lot like this piece of shit too, and I have other pictures and videos where I look just like him, and he's a stroke victim. He is a crackhead, and he is the one that sells laced fentanyl for the police. He sells the fentanyl for police that is laced, and he is committing overdose murders so the cops can get rid of addicts and homeless people through the drug overdosing, and having his homicides covered up for this lowlife as well. He is approximately 45 years old, and at one point in time, I actually hung out with him a couple times. So, once again, yeah, I know exactly 100% everybody involved, including two of them being my cousins. And he himself, my own cousin himself, told me that he was involved with this. He was at my place one time and he was having a coffee, and we got talking, and he accidentally slipped up and let me know what was going on. And then when he realized who he was talking to and what he had just told me, he got up and left pretty quickly afterwards. And I have not seen physically since. But after that, then he started using the R&M on me, which is, I'm pretty sure that is what I was shot with back in August of 2019 by the police chief at the time that was here. When he drove by me and he waved at me, and I waved back, and a black truck pulled up beside him, and they pointed shot something, and it went into my right ear. And that's when everything began. And then after that, that's when I was medically blacklisted, and a lot of lies against me to prevent me from being taken serious and to prevent me help and proof of just exactly what was shot into me. After going through serious electric shocking, my serious brain splitting, my 100% skull splitting in different friggin' sections, and serious deforming from being flat to round to wide to long to many different shapes and sizes. My spine being completely and totally deformed on me as well. So my body is being seriously mutilated and fucked on me. And not a damn thing I can do, no matter what is done to me, no matter how much pain I am in. I cannot do a damn thing about what has taken place with me. I do not have that right to seek medical help, because then something might actually come up and prove the crimes that's been done to me and what's actually been into my fucking head from these cops. And this all started once again because of me speaking of their human trafficking and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain, and their possible money laundering that they were involved in out of the Morning Star mission, using a religious institute, a mission, as a means to, and using it as a charity to, fuck the people and the government and everybody else. Nothing was going towards helping homeless people. They were collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars, and within a day or two after collecting it, they were buying themselves brand new vehicles. They were buying themselves houses and everything else and living good, while still friggin' 2, 3 days later getting on the damn computer and begging the community for more money for food, which was not happening. They were using that just as an excuse and a means to fucking pretty much steal and scam. And that's a fact. They were doing free income tax clinics, and they were collecting people's financial information, their banking information, their social insurance numbers, which is basically the same as your social security number in the US, and banking information and whatnot, and monetary status and how much they got and everything else. And this financial information was being passed around with to certain people. The mayor of Napanee herself at the time, her name was Isbester. She stated that if a person was poor or on welfare or disability, they were automatically considered to be drug addicts and high risk criminals because of their financial situation. 100% fucking discrimination bullshit right to the top of the fucking eyeballs to say that against somebody. But that's exactly what was happening. So yes, the police, and they were going around and getting people's financial information, and so they are all very well of how much money I make, my bank account numbers, and everything else. 100% aware of it through these pieces of shit from the mission. But it's sad that there's so many of them that are police involved as well, and doctors. That's the worst part. That is the very worst part, that it's cops and doctors, regardless of who else. The very same people that say they're here to serve and protect 100% lie. The ones that say that they work for the people 100% lie. The ones that fucking get on and say that they care 100% lie. Meanwhile, their fingers are crossed behind their backs, hoping that nobody sees them. As soon as as soon as the other person in the back is turned, they are proverbially killing them. And that's exactly what the cops are about. They have no interest or care for anybody, regardless of who you are, race, color, or age. A life is a life, and if they can get away with it, well, then it's a good day. On to the next for them. Just flash their badge, and that's all it takes in Canada now, and nobody can be charged. They are the ones, they are the judge dreads, they are the judge, jury, and executioners. They will not arrest anybody because they are the ones that decide who is guilty and who is not, who should be arrested, who shouldn't be. Regardless, it is the burden of proof would lie upon them to prove their innocence, and they cannot even are willing to do that. I am the one that would be labeling them as being the criminal and guilty of this stuff, and the burden of proof would fall on them to prove that they are the innocent ones. So, which cannot be done because I have too much proof against each and every one of these fucks. I, I, I'm glad you came on though tonight, Leslie. As I said, I've been wondering how you are, so, and hoping that everything's okay. Oh, these flies in here are driving me nuts. My dog's been peeing on the floor and I've been friggin' cleaning like crazy, but no matter how much I've been cleaning, it's been bringing friggin' flies. And they drive me nuts at nighttime, just constantly hoarding right towards me, buzzing around my freaking head and my face and everything else. Constant. Now, flies, yes, I do hate. They're one things I do not like at all. I'm gonna try to show this on the back of my head. I hope this can be seen, but I'll have to kind of maneuver myself a little bit. But I just hope that you can kind of see it. This whole side of my head has been completely flattened, and I have no feeling on this side of my head. And this side of my head right here, I hope it's being seen, and that's where you see it's all burning. I don't know if that was seen or not, but and I am getting serious burning in the back of my head right there, and that's where it is even bleeding too all the time. Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to get something for the little buggers. Oh, well, it's been an hour so far. I have to do videos all the time because of what's happening to the back of my head, so I have to kind of do videos and just so I can check things out all the time of what's going on back there. Yeah, even one of the people involved, the cop's brother from the reserve here, he lives at the same address I do. He's even getting ballsy enough to the point where he's coming over, even asking me for fucking cigarettes, asking me if I got cigarettes to give this guy. No. Alrighty, I think I'm actually gonna wrap this up. I'm starting to sweat like a friggin' pig. I get cooked all the time, which feels like I'm getting cooked. I will start getting burning on the inside of me, and then the whole one side of my head will just start, and my body will break out in sweat, while the other side of my body is completely and totally normal and 100% dry, but my other side of my body would just be soaked. It's because I've been split. Yeah, just because somebody is actually blood don't mean to say that they're good people. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here and try to relax. I hope if this is seen by other people to hit the like, share, subscribe. And like always, Leslie, I'm glad you did come on. It's good to see you. I am glad everything is going better for you, or somewhat, and that you're doing videos too to try to get out what has taken place with you as well. And I hope everything works out for you. I appreciate all my subscribers, but you're the one that I talk to the most. Some people can be more family than what blood, so called blood, is. So, in a way, that blood, that really means nothing. It does, but it doesn't. Alrighty, I'm going to sign off here. Love all, hate none. It was good seeing you, and I hope I get a chance to talk to you again soon, Leslie. That's good. All right, my friend. You try to have a good night yourself.